The most magnificent cities of our world can be easily recognized by their iconic skylines, with state-of-the-art modern skyscrapers, as well as historic landmarks in breathtaking surroundings. Let us travel around the globe, hopping between continents, to visit the top 20 most impressive urban sprawls and wonder at their striking panoramic landscapes.
Fly so high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right.
Located on the shores of the Persian Gulf on the Arabian Peninsula in the Middle East region is our first entry, the city of Abu Dhabi. Its most noticeable high-rises are the Etihad Tower complex of 5 buildings, each over 200 meters high, with one even topping 300 meters. The tallest building on the United Arab Emirates capital city skyline is the Burj Mohammed bin Rashid building with 381 meters. Located more centrally than the previous capital of Kazakhstan, Astana took over this role in 1997 and was, since, rigorously planned for growth. Its most iconic structures are the Baytarek Monument that celebrates its assignation as a capital and the 2 golden towers flanking the main promenade. The tallest building is the Abu Dhabi Plaza, standing tall at 310 meters. Nested in a subtropical paradise on the Atlantic coast on the Biscayne Bay, Miami is hard to miss. Its most iconic features are cruise ships, bridges, islands, and a downtown shining brightly under the Florida sun. Its tallest new building is the Panorama Tower with 265 meters, while its most iconic is the Miami Tower, an older high-rise that lights up in every color of the rainbow as needed. To this, we can also add the easily recognizable Art Deco skyline of Miami Beach. The second and the southernmost city of South Korea, Busan, displays its soul in this list for having an easier to recognize cluster of high-rises gathered closer together and sitting pretty against the blue waters of several seas, plus a myriad of spectacular bridges. Its tallest buildings are the recent LCT, the Sharp Group, with the hotel reaching 411 meters, right on Haeundae Beach. Among the most iconic ones are the iPark Marina set of 2 towers with 292 meters and the stunning Haeundae Dosan with the Zenith set of 3 towers, my favorites, although their name is unpronounceable. Sitting on the Pacific side, right at the beginning of the Panama Canal, Panama is the city of the country with the same name, Panama, in Central America. Its skyline can be easily admired from nearby hills. The tallest building is a hotel, the JW Marriott, with 284 meters in height, while its most iconic is the so-called El Tornillo, or the Screw, a screw-shaped, award-winning, green, twisted building, namely the 267 meters tall F&F Tower. One other of the 3 cities that made it into our top 20 that sits on the shores of the Persian Gulf is Doha, the capital of Qatar, on the Qatar Peninsula. The phallic Burj Doha, the horseshoe-shaped Qatara, and the twisted Tornado Tower are 3 of its most iconic buildings, but Doha is growing by leaps and bounds, and only time will tell if other more outlandish structures will soon take their place. Every Everyone knows where this winged opera house is located, a UNESCO site, and a masterpiece of the 20th century architecture in Sydney, Australia, the continent's largest city. Sydney sits on the far south of the country, on the east coast, nested between the Tasman Sea and the Blue Mountains. The site is accompanied by the tallest steel arch bridge in the world, the 134 meters tall Sydney Harbour Bridge, as well as a skyline of high-rises including 9 over 200 meters tall. I singled out this Canadian city because it holds the first place in the world when counting new high-rises being currently under construction. Toronto is located on the shores of one of the Great Lakes, Lake Ontario, and is the largest city in Canada. Its most recognizable landmark is the CN Communications Tower, with 553 meters, with the Rogers Centre Stadium at its feet. The city has 81 skyscrapers, and its skyline ranks the 20th in the world in size. China has too many cities with impressive skylines, so I had to narrow it down to a few. Among these is Guangzhou, a city that makes up, with its neighbor Foshan, the largest metropolitan area in the world with over 70 million people. Its most unique structure is the Canton Broadcasting Tower, second in the world at 604 meters, antenna included. The tower is joined by the Guangzhou International Finance Center and the CTF Finance Center, both over 400 meters tall, plus 12 more high-rises over 300 meters each. Quite stunning. Going farther south and west, we land in Brazil. Although Sao Paulo has way more high-rises, I chose to include here the stunning and easily recognizable city of Rio de Janeiro. It is impossible not to notice its natural features, the splendid mountains, islands and beaches, though the focal point of Rio remains the statue of Cristo Redentor. To this, add the Maracanã Stadium, the modern Metropolitan Cathedral, the cable car, and the Ipanema and Copacabana beaches, and you get the picture. Located on the Malaysian peninsula, between a mountain range and the incredibly busy Malacca Strait, is Kuala Lumpur, the capital of Malaysia, and home to the very famous Petronas Towers, a set of twin towers connected by a sky pass and which were the tallest in the world from 1998 to 2004, each with a height of 452 meters. In 2023, they were surpassed by the Merdeka 118 building, Kuala Lumpur's new tallest skyscraper with 678 meters in height. Returning to the Great Lakes, to Lake Michigan, we reach our next city, Chicago. The shores of this enormous lake, and the city's iconic river that runs the wrong way, set the scene for a stunning city with a solid history in the art of building high-rises. About 50 of its skyscrapers surpass 200 meters, but for me the most iconic ones are the two almost menacing black towers flanking the city's core. The ex-Sears Tower, now called Willis Tower, tallest in the US from 1974 to 2013, and the ex-John Hancock Center. The first is 442 meters, and the second one is 344, and both black ladies are unmistakable. Hopping back to Asia and back to China, we reach Beijing, its capital city. Although tourists focus mainly on the city's historic landmarks, incredibly unique and impressive of course, here is what you need to see for the modern architecture aficionados. The tallest building is the CITIC Tower, or China Sun, meaning flute, visible in most panoramic pictures of Beijing. Going a bit deeper, don't miss these: the National Grand Theater, the National Stadium or the Bird's Nest, the CCTV headquarters, as well as the late Zaha Hadid's Galaxy Soho and her Daxing International Airport.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began.
This capital is the only entry from Europe, since European cities are too easy to tell apart, and their skylines are often restricted in height to respect and not overshadow their historic monuments, such as the Eiffel Tower, the Colosseum, or the Hungarian Parliament. Thus London stands in proudly for all of them, although it is also filled with palaces and iconic landmarks, like the Big Ben at 93 meters tall, or the 111-meter St. Paul's Cathedral, London's tallest from 1710 to 1963. London manages to pack a great deal of skyscrapers. Among these, the tallest is the Shard at 309 meters, while the most iconic is the Gherkin at 180 meters. The next entry is a city that impresses through the sheer size of it. Tokyo, the capital of Japan. Located on the southeast coast of the island of Japan, the city is a sea of high-rises. Tokyo's tallest structures are two radio TV towers. The older Tokyo Tower, all painted in red, is 333 meters tall, but was replaced as main communication tower in 2013 by the Tokyo Sky Tree, a broadcast center that, at 634 meters in height, antenna included, is the tallest communications tower in the world. Entering the top 5, we're heading back to the Persian Gulf, to Dubai. Sitting pretty on the coast, within the Arabian desert with white powdery sand, Dubai is a luxurious creature that seems to consistently want the fanciest and the best of the best for its eclectic, wealthy clientele. Iconic landmarks include the pricey 7-star Burj Al Arab Hotel and the Burj Khalifa building, which stands at 828 meters tall, so that no other building can threaten its world supremacy anytime soon. Moving right along, we're heading to the south of the Asian mainland, to a city that has been fighting for liberties for a very long time, Hong Kong, a highly developed city in many aspects, including its architecture. Nested between islands, peninsulas, bays, and mountains, its skyline is unmistakable. Hong Kong has the largest number of skyscrapers in the world, with about 4,000 of them over 100 meters tall. Among these, the two tallest are the International Commerce Center with 484 meters and the two International Finance Center at 416 meters. Entering the top 3, we stay in the region, heading to one other city-state and an island state, Singapore, fully independent since 1965. It is located at the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula, separated from it by the Straits of Malacca, while to the south follows the South China Sea. Its skyline is stunning, eclectic, even whimsical, artsy and pretty. Its most iconic landmark is the very unique Marina Bay Sands Hotel, with 3 towers, each reaching 194 meters in height, topped by a sky park, plus the stunning gardens by the bay, the Merlion, a mermaid with a lion's head water fountain, as well as the tallest indoor waterfall in the world and the world's tallest Ferris wheel, an enchanting and very advanced land. Flying next to the exact opposite side of the globe, we land in the largest American city, and possibly the most recognizable one as well, New York. At its core lies Manhattan, an island that holds on to the surrounding lands by dozens of iconic bridges, while it packs over 7,000 high-rises, with about 100 of them over 200 meters tall or 650 feet. After the tragic attack and destruction of the Twin Towers, New York erected anew the One World Trade Center, currently the tallest building in the country, with 541 meters in height. From farther back in history, here are 3 of its most iconic landmarks. The 381 meters tall Empire State Building, dating back to 1931, and the 390 meters Chrysler Building from 1930, plus the one and only iconic 46 meters high Statue of Liberty from 1886, still to this day New York's signature landmark. To visit the city that lands at number 1 on this list of the cities with the most iconic skylines, we have to, once more, go around the globe and back to China. Shanghai tops the list for the following reasons. The city literally has 2 skylines, one on each side of the Huangpu River, an affluent of the Yangtze. Its buildings are borderline extraterrestrial, with incredibly creative architecture that spans over several decades, and admiring its splendors is made easy by its vast transportation system and tourism infrastructure. For pure architectural reasons, Shanghai takes the top spot. Its tallest skyscraper is the Shanghai Tower with 632 meters, followed by the Shanghai World Financial Center at 492 meters. A total of 5 buildings surpass 300 meters in height and 58 surpass 200 meters. Its most iconic structure is the Oriental Pearl Tower, a stunning radio and TV tower that also includes a restaurant, hotel and shops, and which stands at 468 meters tall, antenna included. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please don't smash any buttons, just gently like and subscribe for more. The world is vast and it's all yours. Next time, you might also want to fall in love with this next destination over there. Thank you.